It's your boy live video. What's going on, gentlemen? I just need to step away from the football because the Lions, man, the P Dubs Chicago Bears is not making it a fun day. Jared Goff, 3 interceptions, 4 total turnovers, and it could be more. So I'm just going to take a step back from it, and I don't really get on a line that often to chat and talk, and so I just want to talk about what's been going on in my arcade. So, the latest thing, I have a Numbskull Star Wars coming soon from Quarter Arcades. It's a pretty nice looking Space Invaders. I'm sorry, I don't know what I said. Space Invaders. So Space Invaders, I have the Space Invaders Part 2 coming. Now Space Invaders is an iconic arcade game. From my history, I played tons of the standard one, a little bit of the Part 2 over the years, but it's one of those games that it's just part of history. And so when I was given the opportunity by Numbskull to get one of these, I'm a big fan of them. I think the size are fantastic. I have the Pac-Man coin edition, and even though I damaged it by sitting it on top of my arcade and forgetting it was up there, and I went to move the arcade just ever so slightly, and it came a tumbling down onto the hard concrete floor here in the arcade. And so a little bummed about that. What's going on, BA? Appreciate you stopping in, man. All right, well, that's a good thing. Send me the link. I need to be watching. I need to go to the Caribbeans right now. These Lions are frustrating me on the field. What's going on, Carl O? I appreciate you coming in here, brother. Smack that like button. I appreciate you guys. So I just wanted to get away from football, give us some alternatives, because my Lions is just I haven't given up on them, but the stress level is way too high. What up, Dirty Harry? Big sack. Yeah, it's the Lions defense. They got to stop them, and the offense has got to stop throwing interceptions, right? So just crazy game. And then we got to turn around and play Green Bay. These are divisional rivals. You can't expect to walk in and play these games. Plus, Justin Field came back today, and he has just been running all over the Lions there. But the game is close, but it's 9-point game lead. Come on, look at him. He gets from him again. I am so frustrated. Look at there's first down and more. If nobody's gonna stop him, oh my God. It's so frustrating. And now he's out there dancing. I hope the defense, can you guys wake up? If that dance, there's a flag. I don't know what the flag is. Hopefully it's going back, but it's probably against us. It's just a frustrating game. Matter of fact, I am going to, and it's against the defense, I am just going to pause this game and going to watch it later because I cannot take the stress. It's just frustrating. Okay, so I was talking about the Numbskull. The quarter arcades. I love their cabinets. I'm just going to bring this down here, maximize that, and see if I can't just share this. All right. So let's get that off. What you say there, BA? Bacon bread, never watched the TV. My family's going to give me some shit later. Yeah, man, it's my wife was like, don't go anywhere to watch the game today. Stay here in the house. And so she's needing some time. So I'm in the house. I am in the cave. But getting caught up with Christmas. Got the Christmas lights up before the weather gets too bad to get up on the roof to put those lights up. And so it's crazy because I could not find my lights. And then as soon as I bought some more, those up, and as soon as I did, I found the old one. So $100 out the window for some lights that I didn't need, but I'll find some use for them, and maybe put them on some of the bushes. But I'm excited. I have this Space Invaders Part 2 coming soon, and I hadn't gotten any notification just yet, but it is en route, I'm told. But I mean, I played a lot of Space Invaders on many platforms over the years. It's a very basic game. It's one of those games that you either know how to play or you just get your butt whooped. And then with Part 2, they added the color and things like that. So when I was given the opportunity, I was really torn. Do I get the Turtles and the Turtles cabinet versus the Space Invaders? And I was thinking, I'll probably play the Turtles a little bit more, with it being a pretty good beat 'em up game. But the Space Invaders it's just an iconic part of history. So I wanted to have that. And then it's like, do I get the regular Space Invaders or do I get the Part 2? And if I had an opportunity back in the day to get the original or the newer one, I would have done the newer one. So I went that route. So I'm looking forward to it. I think the Numbskull is just a great size cabinet if you actually want to play them, right? Is definitely, their cabinets are definitely playable, and at the size you really get to enjoy the play, and then they show off well. So looking forward to that. All right, guys. So what have I been doing in the cave? So I did do the mod on the Star Wars cabinet, and that is a lot of fun. It added some shooters, it added some racers, it added some more space flyers. So I am definitely excited about that. I still haven't done my video on it. I did the video leading up to it. But Buy Stuff Arcades is who makes that mod. And let me just bring that up. Star Wars. It's just brought this cabinet. So I'm just going to jump in. And this is PD7. I've met him down in Cleveland. Had a chance to chat with him for a few minutes. I'll bring this screen up. Where is my camera? I think I might have closed it. Here it is. All right. Let's bring this back up here where you belong. And let's share this screen. So the Buy Stuff Arcades I'm in Michigan. Oh, I didn't know you were in Michigan, VA. If you ever want to meet up sometime, oh man, we definitely got to do that. We definitely need to do that. All right, so I'm just gonna let this play. So let me share that screen. Share the screen with the Buy Stuff. All right, and so we'll just put that in. All right, so I have this. I don't have the. I have the original arcade one up, Star Wars cabinet. So I don't have the coin door, which is a bummer. But this is pretty much what I do have. I do have this mod that I put in a few weeks ago. So I've been a little. I'm just going to scoot here. So it comes with. I did get the 6-inch riser. But other than the riser and the pedals that are below this thing, there's really no real visual evidence that this cabinet has been modded, other than it's taller, and the sound system sounds incredible. But yeah, BA, let's definitely do that. What part of Michigan are you in? Are you in Metro Detroit? Are you west, east, north, the UP? Where are you at, brother? But I had my daughter had her boyfriend over last night. So he said, yes, you're all over the Michigan. um, he got to play the Star Wars mod for the first time yesterday. Got to play a lot of the racers. Now I must say, the racers and the flyers are fantastic. The shooters, Anchor Bay. I'm not even sure what that is. I'll have to look that up. But the shooters are the weakest point of that mod for the Star Wars cab. Now the Star Wars cab having that yoke is fantastic for the shooters, say like Terminator, where you're pretty much just using a machine gun and pointing at your targets, right? It works perfectly for those type of shooters, but for the shooters that require accuracy with one shots type of things, it's not the best for. So I have this cabinet. It's brought this cabinet. I have this mod for the Star Wars cabinet. It's brought that thing back to life. It's one of those cabinets that I had. I enjoyed looking at it, playing it. Not so much now. I really enjoy playing that cabinet. So that was a mod, well worth it, and I should be doing a video soon. What else is going on in the cave? So I definitely I received my Ghosts and Goblins cabinet from New Wave Toys. So let me bring that up there. So I already had the Ghouls and Ghosts, and now I have the Ghosts and Goblins. And I promised my brother one of the cabinets, and he took the 1943. And while I wouldn't have played the 1943 a whole lot, I have Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Goblins. So I tried to get him to take one of those because, you know, as I build my micro arcade, you know, those are two cabinets that are very similar to each other. But I'm glad I have the Ghosts and Goblins because that's the one I played growing up. All right. So let me see if I can find this cabinet. And he came a little. He got the cabinet a lot sooner than I planned. I wanted to do a video on it first, but unfortunately my nephew passed, and so unexpectedly my brother was in town last week, and so he took it with him a lot sooner than I planned to. So yeah, my nephew, man, that was just devastating. He's not even a young guy, man, and it was unexpected. He just passed away, and so you know, sometimes your numbers just called up, and you hate to see that for such a young person who didn't get to live their life. I'm one of those guys that definitely loves life, loves enjoying life, loves enjoying what God's given us, and I hate to see that taken away from somebody I hate to see anybody pass, but we know we are going to pass at some point in time. But for a young person to go so soon, it's just unspeakable. All right. So the ghouls and ghosts. I don't want that. I want Ghosts and Goblins. Where are you? Where are you? I don't know why this website is so huge. And I'm not. And again, guys, I wasn't ready for this. I just wanted to get away from that football. I turned it off. I cannot do it. I cannot see P-Dub's Chicago Bears whip on me up so bad. I'm enjoying. So I see. Why? Why are they not showing me this? All right, let's go back. Ghosts and Goblins. All right, here we go. I think. All right. Okay, I don't even know what I'm sharing anymore. Bring this down here. All right, so let me see. Yeah, man, thanks, BA. Appreciate that. Lions touchdown. Thanks, Dirty Harry. Appreciate the update. I'm hoping they can stop turning that ball over and win this game, but I just can't do it. Can't do it right now. All right, here we go. So Ghosts and Goblins. All right. So I have this in my arcade. I just took out the box only because my brother was here and I was trying to get him to take that instead of 1943. So I need to do my review on this one. But I like the cabinet. I like the cabinet a lot. So that's in addition to the to my arcade. And now the thing that I am anticipating the most is my retro shooter. Retro shooter is a Chinese company that has these guns, and I hear that the guns are fantastic. So I am eagerly awaiting my retro shooter guns. I did not get their box. They have a box that they sell, a Pandora box. Get your guns here. I didn't get that Unix box because I have no need for it. Experience arcade light guns at home like never before. Scroll down here. All right, so here are the guns. And so they have a console and they have different controllers, but I have no interest in the controllers, or I have no interest in playing any of the arcade games on their system. So I didn't get their system. I simply got the guns for my PC. All right. So here's the Retro Shooter Pro. It's like these prices keep fluctuating all over the place. All right. So 2 pedals, so this is why I have. They keep changing these names. I have this Pro. Oh no, that's with the console, so I don't have that. Or I have it on order. I don't have anything yet. And they said they would ship out on the 15th, though I haven't heard anything about it yet. So their website is like they keep having these so-called flash sales, which is obviously the real price. Basic shooter, arcade shooter, platinum. I am looking for just the PC version. There's some of the games they have. No interest in the console games or even the arcade games. See, why is it so hard to find on their website? I just want the light guns. Try and get mine again. But I'm anticipating getting these guns hooking up to my TV. So I have a 50-inch TV right behind my computer here. So I'll extend controls to that TV. I'll do a shared screen, and I'll have the we call it the infrared sensors. So now they're saying it comes with 4 infrared sensors. Before, they were coming with 2 infrared sensors. So that's new. So hopefully what I'm receiving is the one with 4 infrared sensors. So I did order the 2 light guns, the 2 pedals, and I did order 4 infrared because I upgraded to the smaller ones. So I believe I was getting the big ones and the small ones based on what my order sheet showed. And then I also add this PC adapter, HDMI. It's a USB hub. I don't, this website is so I have this thing here. So this connect your guns seamlessly to a PC computer. So I ordered that as well, but I have not gotten any indication that my order has shipped. So, but I'm waiting for that. So I hope these guys are fulfilling these orders because they keep selling. Here it is, the PC and 10th anniversary package. Here we go. So you get the hub, the guns. Keep saying the console. I just picked on the PC one. Come on, guys. 1 or 2 light guns, 4 sensors, 1 connection hub, 2 foot. So this is what I bought here. Though again, it's changed slightly since I did so. All right. So I got the 2 guns. I'm assuming I have the 4 infrared sensors, the hub, and 2 pedals. So that's the package I got. So I'm just waiting for that thing to ship. So BA, you have the 2. Let me put that up on the screen. So BA says I have the T2 that I finally put together. I have a Ridge Racer still in the box with a big blue. I love racing games and light guns. Yeah. So I wanted to have a racer, but none of the cabinets appealed to me. So I'm glad I was able to upgrade my Star Wars to include the racers, because I definitely wanted a racer, and I definitely wanted a shooter. And the T2 is not a game that I played a lot growing up. I think it was one of those dollar bill eaters. At least played the dollar to play. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know. But I got married at 18. I had my first child at 21. So I went from the arcades to the fatherhood, right? And so a lot of times when you guys were in the arcades, I was taking care of family. So some of those arcades I did not. Oh, you have the kit for the Ridge Racer? I have not touched it. Yeah, I mean, you got to find time to do this. I get these things and I take forever to get them up. But I did get the Star Wars my install pretty quickly compared to my normal slowness. So I've definitely been enjoying that. But I'm looking forward to these guns, this PC package to get here. 2 guns, 4 infrared sensors, the hub, and the is delayed because I'm getting the new. He did say that the November 15th shipments would be the new setup, so I should be getting this. Even though I paid a little more than what this is. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely love this my arcade here. When friends and family come by, it's a lot of fun. They really, really enjoy it, and I enjoy seeing people enjoy themselves in the arcade. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So, your daughter's project from college is to play 80s games, and obviously she don't have to go too far to do so. Now there is an arcade near me that has a lot of arcades, a lot of pinballs, and I keep saying I'm going to go, and I hadn't. And if my wife didn't lock me down today to stay at the house, this would be a great day, since Lions frustrated me, to have gone to the arcade. So BA, if you're interested, man, we can go check this arcade out. It's called the Arcade. And it's a very nondescript building. I believe it's in Brighton, Michigan, and you would drive past it and wouldn't even blink an eye. Nothing about it screams arcade, that there's a lot of nostalgic fun and excitement inside that building, other than that little sign that says the arcade. But I've driven by that thing at least a dozen times and never even noticed it until I was looking for an arcade, and they told me it was one nearby. I'm like, what? I've tried by there. And so I found it, but the day that I found it, the doors were open. I walked in, but they were actually closed, but a technician was there fixing one of the machines. So I got in, but I wasn't able to play anything. And I believe it's $20 all you can play on Friday and Saturday. I believe they're only open on the weekends. Friday and Saturday, it's $20 all you can play, and Sunday I believe it's $15. Though the hours are a little shortened on Sunday. Hey, what's going on, Dan Z? How you doing, brother? I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, let's definitely make some plans. Okay. Yeah, hour and a half, not too bad. Yeah, for sure. My daughter's youngest daughter is out at Grand Valley, so I used to driving to the west side of the state. Um, but I am not sure where you are. I'll definitely have to look that up. The Anchor Bay, by Anchor Bay. I've heard of Anchor Bay, but I have no idea where that is. I'm assuming it's in the some west side, east side of the state. I don't know. Let me look that up. Anchor Bay, Michigan. Anchor Bay. Where's the map? Lake St. Shore. Yep, Lake St. Clair. Yes, that's what would have been my guess. Um, Up in the lower thumb. Okay, so yeah, that's not too far. And your daughter's at Michigan State University, so you can come visit her. Next time you come visit her, the arcade's not too far from there, so let's definitely do that. Okay, so time for my third meal of the day. I'll have to get that soon. And I also want to talk about this because this is very important to me. I yeah. Well, Dirty Harry, I guess I can put it back on down here. I was just getting, so I have it recording. It's getting recorded. So my nerves, it felt like another one of those games where it says sign out, get the app. I'm already in. Detroit Lions. Go to the app. I'll go to the app. Just want to watch it. All right. So I'll just. What's the score? Man, it's still 14. Unless it's not at the end. Okay, let me skip to the end of this broadcast. 21-26. All right. How many minutes to go? Let's see. Anxious faces. All right. The Detroit Lions are in a scoring position. And looks like they just scored. It's fantastic. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. So they take a lead. They're going to go for two. Thanks, Dirty Harry, for keeping me abreast of that game. All right. So the thing I want to talk about, guys, is fitness. Fitness. This is something. I mean, I can stand up. Get all these stools out of my way. All right. So I don't know what you can see, but I had a belly that came out crazy. I called it my booty do because it stuck out more than my booty do. And now I could probably wear a medium shirt. I just got these new pants today. It's a 32 waist. I haven't been in a 32, down from a 36 just not even 2 months ago. So 32 waist. Actually, these are 33s, but I got 32s today as well, and I fit into both of them just fine. So these are actually 33, folks. So we'll just say from 36 to 33 for what I'm wearing, from extra shirt to a large shirt, and this is a large shirt, which I think medium would have been perfectly fine. 3-point lead by the Lions. Thank you. Awesome. Go Lions. See, I knew I had to get my crew on board to get these Lions, because I threatened to drive downtown and go shout at Jared Goff over the stadium walls. But I did want to just share with my experience with this thing. So I did this program called the 40 Days with Dr. Joe. it's a pastor down in Atlanta, Georgia, and he has this learning program. It's free 99, free 99. So what I always say when you hear me say the term free 99 means it's a free program, but it's going to cost you something, but just not something to get in the program. I had to buy a scale so I can weigh my food. So because I never paid attention to what I was taking in my mouth as far as calories and the amounts and that type of thing. I bought a scale to weigh my body so I can weigh myself daily but weekly for the program. But overall, I officially lost 25 pounds in the program in 40 days. But I lost like 10 pounds when I was just practicing what they were showing me in preparation for the program. So 35 pounds there. And I've lost pounds since the program just ended. So actually at 5 o'clock, there'll be a graduation, I can't speak, graduation program for this 40-day program on the Journey Life TV station on YouTube. So it's a virtual thing. Obviously, I don't have to drive down to Atlanta to do that. But I encourage anyone, any of you guys that want to lose some weight to invest into yourself. We invested in all these games, all this technology, all these things, and yet a lot of our bodies have suffered for us sitting here watching or making these videos or playing these games or playing the games on the couch. Come on, get to him. There you go. There we go. Get that ball. Oh, he kicked it into the end zone. Wow, Lions, man. This is fantastic. Go Lions. Thank you, Dirty Harry, for getting me back into the game and not missing this incredible end to this game that was very frustrating to begin with. All right, so don't go quiet on me, guys, because I'm talking about fitness, man. But I think it's so important to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves outside of our game rooms, outside of the technology that we have here. And so I'm thinking, so this program, I'll just talk about the basics of it. Okay. So the basics of this program is that you avoid certain foods. So for the program, I avoided, drinking alcohol for the most part. I did have one at a game one time, but for the 40 days, and again, you don't have to avoid it for the rest of your life. But for the program, I was avoiding alcohol, avoiding sugar, avoiding breads, grains, rice, and those type of things, and eating more one-word foods, right? I'm eating fruits and vegetables, right? And I'm eating chicken, turkey, ham. I'm eating all these different things, avoiding the salt intake, right? And so I can share with you guys the link to the list of things to avoid and things that you should be including. But the neat thing about this learning program is not a diet program. It's education so that you can change your eating habits to be able to get off of hypertension medicine, which I did, to get off of diabetes medicine. It's strictly by just changing what you put in your mouth. And that's just been phenomenal. So like I said, down 4 waist size, down 2 shirt size from extra large to medium in less than 2 months. That's just freaking ridiculous. And that's just by changing what I eat. That's not even doing any more exercise than what I normally do. And I've never been a gym rat, avid exerciser. I do a lot of walking, I do a lot of running, I do a lot of cycling. And there's the game, 31-26. It wasn't pretty at the start, but those boys roughed it out. They roughed it out, even with 4 turnovers, 3 thrown by Goff. The Lions, with their grit, was able. And so I kept saying, what do I need to do? Do I need to go see a nutritionist? Right? Because my doctor would just give me basic information that wasn't. My doctor would tell me what I needed to do, but not how to do that. And that's not their job, right? So I didn't know how to make the changes. So about early this year, I was diagnosed with stage 1 hypertension with my blood pressure being in the mid to high 30s. And that's like the early stage where you want to get the grips on it before it gets too bad. The 49ers, man, we need them to lose. We need the Philly to lose. What about the Vikings game? Anybody know what's going on with the Vikings game? Are they playing? No, they're tonight. They're later on. So I was diagnosed with stage 1 hypertension, and I do not like taking medicine. I don't like taking pills on any regular basis, and so I wanted to get off of this medicine quickly. And so when I went to my doctor, the doctor gave me 2 things in my hands. Gave me a prescription, and they gave me this packet of paper, probably 6 or 7 pieces of paper. And those are my 2 solutions, right? Take these pills, or do what's on this paper. Didn't spend a whole lot of time with the paper. May have mentioned that you can get off this medication if you do this, but it was no long out explanation of what I need to do, what action I can take. So, like a lot of you, I received that packet, I glanced at it, and I set it down somewhere. And I went to the pharmacist and got this medicine, and I started taking. Now, the first medicine they gave me, I don't know the name, I can't recall the name of it, but the first medicine made my vision get blurred when I took it. I mean, literally, if I was looking at a speed sign that said 30 miles per hour, it was blurred. It was like doubled, and so it would look like 300 miles per hour. This medication, when I took this medication, that's what it did with my vision. So I stopped taking that, and then the doctor gave me a different medication, which I started taking. Do I work out? I do not work out a whole lot. I on a typical day, I'm going to get in about 8,000 steps. On at least a couple of times a week, I will get in 15 to 17,000 steps because I'm just always moving. Whether even in the house, going up and down. And I actually do more steps probably than that, but because I don't have like a Apple Watch or a Google Pixel Watch or anything that would monitor that all the time, it's only monitoring when I have my phone in my pocket or in my possession. And so I'm very active. I hate sitting still. I have been doing my VR workouts. I do the light sport is called, some boxing and some aerobic stuff. But I used to do this program called Shaun T, the Shaun T insanity workout. And it was an insane workout. But I wasn't eating right and I didn't know any better. So I would do these insanity workouts, which are pretty intensive. And that gut of mine, my booty do, as I called it, maintained and stayed with me and rode with me on every workout that I did. I would get done with it. I would be exhausted. It would be like, it was a program. So it would be like a, I don't know, 2-week, 3-week program, whatever day, 40 days. I don't know what it was, but it was an intense workout. And my booty do rode with me all the way. I would get done and my booty do would say, hey, what's next? That was a lot of fun. It did not impact my stomach at all. I ride my bike a whole lot, and it did not impact my stomach at all. Nothing impacted my stomach until I ate properly. So this is how the program works. Just to give you a quick breakdown of how the program works. So it's a 40-day program. The first 2 days to initiate the program, we did what they call a detoxing. And so I ordered this juice. That's where the free 99 comes in. I bought 2 of these bottles of juice for $10 a piece, so $20. I bought this juice, and I think it was like a 8-ounce bottle or 16-ounce. I think it was 16-ounce, whatever a regular water bottle would be if you purchased at the store. So it's 16 ounces of this juice, and so you pour it out. I ordered 2 gallons of distilled water, and I drank 8 ounces or 16 ounces of it, and then replaced it with the 16 ounces of this juice. And then I did that for, I got 2 different, I think I had apple flavor and or the other flavor was something orange, or I don't remember. But anyway, 2 different fruit juices. And I made a gallon. I made a mistake because the first one I did spring water. It should have been distilled. So the second one I did distill. But I had these 2 gallons of juice, and I drank just that juice for 2 days. No food, just that juice for 2 days. And that's called detoxing. So it cleanses your body. And I got rid of anything that was in my body from weight standpoint in those 2 days. So by the end of the second day, it was just liquid coming out of me, right? And actually, they said that process sort of kind of shrinks your stomach as well. And so after that, I started the program. So they gave us this manual, told us what to eat, what to avoid, and these the practices for the food was this: I would eat my breakfast, and let's just talk about that. There's no such thing as breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. It's just food, okay? And that's the first thing he taught us, because breakfast just means you're breaking your fast. It's the first meal into sleeping. So after you slept, you break that sleep by eating something, right? But the companies, the commercials have taught us this breakfast concept, so that we eat these certain things. We eat cereal at breakfast, or we eat pancakes at breakfast, or we eat sausages or bacon at breakfast. So that's a marketing term. And so for my first meal, so we ate 4 meals a day. 4 meals a day. The first one being within the first hour of rising, okay? And then the other 3 are 3 hours from that point. So a typical day for me on a weekday, I would eat my first meal at 6:37. I'll just always round up to 7. So 7 o'clock, my first meal, 10 o'clock, my second meal, 1 o'clock, my third meal, and 4 o'clock, my fourth meal. And so I would be typically done with my meals by the time I left work. And so I didn't have to eat anything the rest of the evening. And so first meal within an hour rising, and then 4 meals total for the day. Let's talk about the meals. The meals were should have been designed to be 400 calories or less. Okay, so the first time I heard that, one, I never paid any attention to calories. I never counted any calories. I never paid attention to what my food contained calorie wise. And so that was a learning process. I had to quickly learn what a 400 calorie meal would look like. So it had to be under 400 calories each meal. And then let's talk about what it should contain. So that 400 calories should contain 3 components: a protein, carbs, and a healthy fat. Okay. So protein, that could be egg white. It could be a non-fat yogurt. It could be chicken, turkey, right? Lean meats, chicken without the skin, fish, seafood, whatever protein you want to have. So protein, carbs. What are carbs? Fruits and vegetables. And you can eat tons of fruits and vegetables and never count up to a huge number for calories. So if you still feel that you have to eat a giant meal, where you can pile that plate with vegetables and fruits, and you wouldn't have to worry about the impact. The things that are going to impact your calories would be your protein and your fats. And so what are the healthy fats? Cheese, almonds, olive oil. And so I had to now start thinking about how I would make up these plates for the 400 calories. And at the start, like most people, if you take away breads and rice and pastas and sugars and all these things, people are going to typically substitute that with more protein. So I, like everybody else in my group, was doing larger pieces of protein, and then we would get a large piece of protein, and then we would make up the rest of the calories to get to 400 to be with fruits and vegetables and fats. And then we learned that let's try and do a 20-80, 20% protein and fat and 80% carbs. I still never really got to that point of, I just lowered my protein intake. So just got less amount of protein, because I would typically make a meal that would have, let's say, a salmon. And I eventually stopped weighing it because I could visually see what was going to be filling for me. Well, let's just say it was a 2-ounce piece of salmon, and that might have been 170 calories. Okay. And then I'll do my vegetables. I'll do like a steamed or a sauteed zucchini or peppers, or those are the main thing. Or it could be Brussels sprouts or asparagus, whatever vegetable I wanted. I would saute those, and my meals would end up being around probably 250. So I would have some fruits and vegetables, and then for the fats, I either cook it in olive oil, my meat, my protein, or I would have a handful of, not even a handful, a few almonds, because almonds are so rich in calories that you only need a few of them. But I was making sure that I had meals that contain all three things: proteins, fruits and vegetables, and healthy fats. So did this for the 40 days, lost a total of 25 pounds in the program, but I lost 10 pounds when I just took the menu and started practicing what a 400 calorie meal would look like. And so I did that, and immediately, I think the first week, again, I've lost 10 pounds just practicing it. And when I went to Cleveland, if you guys look at the videos in Cleveland, if you look at the food that we're picking, I was being very very choosy in what I chose to eat, even though I was not technically in the program, because I didn't start the program until October 3rd. But if I went out to eat, whatever I ordered, I immediately split it in half, got a carry out, and ate just half of that. So I was very conscious of it, knowing that I was going to be doing this program, and I wanted to start getting an idea of how my body would react to having less calories intake. But it was a piece of cake. It was no problem to do. The program teaches you to exercise more. Though I did get on the treadmill a couple of times until it stopped working. But I didn't do a whole lot of exercise. So my weight loss is strictly from eating better. Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about that piece of paper the doctor gave me. So I went and looked back at that paper, and the paper says, in order for you to eliminate the need for this medication, to return back to normal blood pressure, was to reduce the salt intake. And I was never really a big salt eater. I seldom ever pick up a salt and add it to my food once it was prepared. I may have cooked some with it, but even when I cook my food with a little bit of salt, my wife or daughters, when they ate the food that I prepared, they would say, hey, it needed a little more salt. So they wanted more salt than what I was getting. So I never was a real big salt intake user, especially if I made the food. But if I went out, I didn't have any control over that. But I never added anything. And then it said lose weight. That was the other thing on the list. Lose weight, reduce your sugar intake, and exercise more. Right? So those are the things so it says if you do this, this is going to happen. So I saw that and I sat down because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do about eating right. So this program came at a perfect time. And so how did I find out about it? A coworker of mine, who I've known for over 17 years, I just looked up, and I think I was noticing that because it's so fast. This program is so fast. It's 40 days, right? You think about the people you see at the office. You may see them, briefly. Some days you're remote, so you're only seeing it like this in a video chat. And I was noticing some changes, but then when I saw her in person, it was like, wow, what did you do to change? What did you do to change your look and lose the weight that you did? And so she says, hey, I'm in this program. I'll let you know more because it's just about to end. And so she did so. And so me and this gal that works with us, we were her to invite. So she invited us to the program. We signed up, and we both have done exceptional. And I've told a lot of people, because the change is so instant that there's no way you can be around somebody and not notice. Right. When you go from a 36 waist to a 32 waist, somebody's going to notice that, right? If you go from a extra large shirt to a medium shirt, right? This is large, but look how big this thing is, baggy this thing is on me. And a medium, no doubt. I just don't have the clothes. I had to go out and get some pants. So I had to get some shirts. And I just bought this because I bought it for assuming I'm going to stay at the large because I don't know what to anticipate. So the program's over, and I can go back to drinking. So I went back to drinking, but I eliminated the sugars out of my drinking. And I've never been a big drinker. I'm a social drinker. So I just have a glass of bourbon, neat on the rocks, instead of adding the old fashioned with the sweeteners like I normally would do, or add my Vernors to my rum, right? So it's just better, smarter decisions about what I put in my body now that I know. Once you know something, it's hard to not do it. So yeah, so I'm just stoked. My wife is stoked, but everybody, my kids, they're like, wow. My neighbors like, hey, what the heck are you doing over there? You're right. So it's noticeable. So I plan to just continue living and making better choices with my eating, even though the program's done. So the program kicks off at 5. So I'll probably jump on to that and just see that because I'm excited for the people. So let me see if I can find because I never really weighed myself previously. So I always floated around between 195 and 200. But again, I never weighed myself consistently to even know. I just would know if I went to the doctors, and then that's with your clothes on, right? And so I don't know. So let me see if I can find these photos. So if I go to photos.google.com, right? Let me see if I can have a before and after. I need to switch to my other account, which I don't have. Switch here. But so guys, I encourage you. It was not a big effort to lose it, but I had this program where I had accountability to someone. So every week I will weigh in. I would have to submit my weight and blood pressure to my coach. Okay, and so I think that helps. So I've sent this information to a lot of people, but I know they're not going to do anything because there's a lot of information available everywhere, and unless you see the results and really are self-motivated, I think it would be challenging to do it without having a support system. So let me show you. So this is my before. So I tried to recreate this picture that I have found with my booty, and even this picture, the after picture, is changed because again, I'm down another whole shirt size and pant size since this picture. But this will give you a good example of what changed. And again, I wasn't huge, but I was overweight. Okay, let me share. don't know why. Window, this one. Okay. All right. Here's a before and after. So you can see my stomach. And I never did any side profiles. So again, this is a reason why my hand on the left was behind my back is because I was flying a drone and I just hid the remote behind my back. But that was the only picture that I could see. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Um, so BA, you can email me. My email is palmloyal@gmail.com. I used to be a big Palm Pilot guy. Palm, PALM, loyal, LOYAL @gmail.com. All right, so glad you can hear me now. Perfect, thank you. So yeah, email me. I'll send you the manual. I'll send you the videos that educated us on hypertension, educated us on diabetes, educated us on um, counting your calories and reading labels. And so I'll give you those links. So the way the program went is that you would eat properly for that week, and then every Saturday you would go weigh in, and then they would have what they call a master class. So BA, when I send you the information, there'll be, I think, 5 master class. So each Saturday we will watch this new master class. So if you do it that way, space it out so that way you can get the the new thing, because he taught us how to make the meals, and then he taught us how to redefine the meals. Now that we knew how to make a 400 calorie meal that had the right components in it, and then he taught us about all these different things. So you can watch a new masterclass every weekend and weigh yourself and see how you did. Because I'll tell you, the first week I probably lost the largest amount in the first week. I think it was like maybe 10, 11 pounds. And then the next week was probably 8 pounds. And then the following weeks after that was always around 2 pounds. So I always reduced weight every week. But my wife had a birthday, we went out. And so I had some exceptions to the program that I couldn't avoid. But those were meals, not days. I didn't do a cheat day. I did a cheat meal, right? And so, but you want to weigh yourself so that you know. So, but every week I lost pounds each week, even though because of those changes in my diet through the week, I may have gained weight, say from Saturday to Monday, and I lost weight from Tuesday to Thursday. So I may have gained some weight from the last Saturday during the week, but by the time the next Saturday came and the next weigh-in came, and I lost weight for the total week, if that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely encourage you to do this. So yeah, so just email me, man. I've been sharing this with a lot of people. Like I said, a lot of the people aren't going to do anything. But if one person changes their life like my life was changed, I would be ecstatic. And that's the same way I treat all of my videos. I don't do it for the numbers. I do it for the people who find my videos and are interested. If I can help one person, to give them the longer version of the thing as opposed to the commercial version, right? If I help one person, then the video is worth my time and effort. But yeah, so the other thing they taught me how to fast. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just send it palmloyal@gmail.com. Palmloyal or techloyal, either one at gmail.com. You can email me. And they taught me how to fast. So we did 2 different types of fasts. We did what they call a fruit fast. So with a fruit fast, your choice of apples that are on the approved list that you'll get in the manual. Again, I eat 4 meals a day. So when I'm doing the fruit fast, I eat that fruit for my meal. So my case is always, it was an apple that I did for the fruit fast. So instead of having a 400 calorie meal for 1, 2, and 3, 4 meals, I would have an apple for my first meal, apple for my second meal, apple for my third meal, and an apple for my fourth meal for the day. I drink water all day, but just eat apples for my meal. And then the other fast would just be a water fast, where I wouldn't eat anything for that day. And we usually did it on Wednesdays. I wouldn't eat anything for that day except drink water. And I drank water only when I was thirsty or hungry. But let's talk about water, because the other thing is that you have to drink more water in your diet. And so what this program recommended is that you drink half your body weight in ounces of water daily. So if I'm 150 pounds, I should be drinking 75. If I'm 150 pounds, I should drink 75 ounces of water a day. And so I always drink water, but I never drink that much. And even the program, some days I did better. Most days I drank more water than I used to, because I always just drink water with my meal. So I might have had 3 bottles of water in a normal day prior to this. So in the program, I probably have 5 or 6. So I reached my goal number some days, but most days I just drink probably double the water that I would normally drink. And in the days I did do good, what I would do, because you're going to go to the restroom and pee more, obviously, when you drink more water. So what I would do is I would drink a bottle and try and down it. That way it would be done with. And then when I had to go to the restroom, I would go to the restroom and fill my water back up as I came back to my desk. And then I would drink that. And then whenever I felt I need to go to the restroom next, I would finish whatever I had in my bottle and then continue that process, repeat that process. And so that's how I got to drink more water when I did drink more water. Like today, I only drank one bottle of water, and it's 4 o'clock. I need to drink some more water. But I got to go because I'm missing the meal, my third meal of the day. Um, but the meals aren't always huge. Like for my second meal most days would be my non-fat yogurt, a fruit, either apple or some cutie tangerines, a cheese stick, and then my water. So that was my second meal on most days. And then my lunch, it could be a salad with some protein and some almonds or cheese for my fat. But most days I food prep. I made my proteins and I cook vegetables every 2 or 3 days to go with that protein for the week. But guys, if this is something you guys are interested in, definitely send me an email. I'll share with the information that I do have, and I hope you guys practice this because, like I said, I lost 10 pounds when I just practiced. What's going on, Devil Waldo? Um, I'm excited for the dropping from an extra large shirt to a medium shirt. I'm excited for dropping from a 36 waistline to a 32 waistline. I'm excited for the way I feel. I'm excited for not being on hypertension medicine. Even though I wasn't on it long, I didn't want to be on it at all. And so I took control of my health. And yeah, go ahead, Devil. Tell me what do you got to tell me? Because again, I'm just going because I've been up. Um, can you put your email up? Yeah, let me type it in here. So it's okay. So just type that in the comments there. So yeah, shoot me an email and I'll shoot that over to you. And I even took the manual and I took it because I like you consume a lot of YouTube. So I took the manual, which was a PDF that required you to read it, and I translated it into a video that you can just listen to. So you can listen to it as you're driving in from home to work or sitting on the couch, and you can hear what things you want to avoid eating, what things you do want to eat, how many meals you want to have in a day, the distance 3 hours apart, all the details from the manual. You'll be able to just listen to. Okay, that's fantastic, Dan. Don, I'm sorry, the Don of Times, down 18 pounds this year. That's fantastic. I'm down 35 pounds in 40 days by just changing what I ate, how I ate it, how much I ate of it, drinking more water, and if I exercise at any level, they recommend getting building up to where you're exercising 4 times a day. I never do that. I never do that. But I'm very active in my job. I'm very active in my off time. I do a lot of walking, a lot of running, a lot of. I don't know if you talk to the guys that went to Cleveland. I was jumping, running. You know what I mean? I'm just a very active person. I just enjoy life and I stay mobile. Um, oh, that's fantastic, Devil Waldo. Um, that is fantastic. Um, I hope you gotten off some hypertension or diabetes medicines. If that's the case for any of you guys out there, it is doable. And if you talk to your doctor, they'll tell you. But the thing with the doctors is they only have a limited amount of time with us, right? They have us queued up in the waiting room. They have us queued up in the examination rooms, and they go from room to room with just a short amount of time that they have with us. They tell us, they give us the information, but they don't have the opportunity to spend an hour with us to really let us know what we need to do, and they'll never say get your fat butt off the couch and lose that weight, because then you'll just go to another doctor who's not going to tell them what we really need to hear. So the doctors are in a situation due to profit and to people being offended by you telling them the truth about ourselves, that they just don't have the time don't have the patience to do that. Yep. Okay. So just because I've texted this thing a million times to people, so I should have everything in a string. I'm gonna add some more details to it. I don't know if I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna share the Juice link because that's a program that people sign up for, and I don't want those people that sign up for the program to run out of juice because people get this video. Uh, I really shouldn't even be sharing this information, but it's too important. And the biggest issue with why we don't do anything about what we know we need to do something about is the fact that we don't know what to do. And that was my issue for so long. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to know. I wanted to do better. I just didn't know what actions to take. I also use the Chat GPT because I'm a techie, and that helped me. I plugged in all the information. So I also share for those who email me. I'm sharing with you my Chat GPT conversation that I had with the artificial intelligence that said, "Hey, look, this is what I'm told I should eat. This is what I'm told not to eat. Help me develop a meal plan that fits these criteria. I'm eating within an hour waking up. I'm eating every 3 hours after that for a total of 4 meals, under 400 calories each meal. Each meal has to contain a protein, carbs, and healthy fat. So with all that information, help me develop uh, a meal plan for the week, and then give me the shopping list for what that meal plan contains." And so I did that with the ChatGPT, which allowed me to get out the gate running with something. I told it to label the proteins, the carbs, and the fat, so I know what those things were. Because in some cases, it might have been the oils that I used to cook my protein in, or it might have been the almonds or cheese. And so again, I didn't know what all that stuff meant. And so that Chat GPT allowed me to get a game plan that I could act on quickly and effectively, and know what I was eating and how much of what I was eating. So I am going to send that to you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you for taking time to sit in and allow me to refocus because the Lions game was driving me crazy. And so I'm glad my frustration with that propelled me to get online. And for those who are now hearing this information, making some changes in your life as a result of my frustration, the Lions did ultimately win. And I hope that you ultimately win with your battle to get free from the medication, to eat healthy, and to be more healthy. And until next time, guys, I'll see you on the web.